Welcome to Plymouth, Massachusetts, a town steeped in history and home to the iconic Plymouth Rock, where pilgrims first set foot in the New World in 1620. From its charming downtown to its rich cultural heritage, join me as I explore the heart of America's hometown in this journey through time. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ari, and today we're exploring the town of Plymouth, Massachusetts. Whether you want a New England getaway destination or you're here to learn more about the history of Native Americans and the first pilgrims to settle this area, Plymouth is for you. This is a full-scale replica of the ship that carried pilgrims from England to Massachusetts all the way back in 1620. This tiny ship carried 102 passengers along with about 25 crew members for 66 days across the Atlantic Ocean during hurricane season. We're gonna go take a look and see these cramped quarters for ourselves. Living conditions on the Mayflower were exceedingly challenging for the pilgrims during their transatlantic voyage. Below deck, passengers endured cramped and crowded quarters with low ceilings, lack of privacy, meager provisions, and constant motion. It's estimated that up to half did not survive the first winter in Plymouth. Overall, I think the Mayflower 2 was a fun boat to tour. Now, is it worth the $18 admission price? I would say probably not, unless you're like a huge history buff and want to learn everything there is to learn about this boat. But if you just want a general idea of what this is, you can look from the pier and it's a beautiful view, beautiful looking boat. Literally a 2-minute walk from the Mayflower 2, you will find the Plymouth Rock, located right over here beneath this archway. Now, it may not look like much, but the Plymouth Rock is an important piece of New England history. This is supposed to be the first spot where the pilgrims landed after their long voyage from England. Plymouth Harbor is a charming and historic coastal inlet nestled along the eastern shore of Plymouth Bay. The harbor boasts a scenic waterfront dotted with fishing boats, sailboats, and a replica of the iconic Mayflower. Well, I'm hungry, and what better place to have lunch than a New England seafood restaurant on the pier here in Plymouth. There were two options for the lobster roll here. There was butter or mayonnaise. I opted for the mayonnaise lobster roll, which I think is the more classic option. So far, it looks awesome. It smells really, really good. Let's see how it tastes. Wow, it's good. I like it. Oh, wow. You get a burst of that chunky lobster flavor in your mouth on top of that lightly toasted, very, very lightly buttered bun. Slight crisp to it, along with the mayonnaise and the seasonings. Tastes really, really good. I actually haven't had lobster in quite a while, even though I live here. I've actually really been craving lobster lately. This really hits the spot. The soft, tender lobster meat just feels so nice when you're biting into it, and it's got this very mellow flavor, and it's just done very, very well.
Number 40,
so good.
40.
I'm standing outside the Pilgrim Patuxent Museum. This is a living history museum meant to showcase what it was like to live here in the 1600s, both as a pilgrim from England and as a Native American. This area is one of the largest draws in the town of Plymouth, both for local school children going on field trips to learn more about the history of the area and for tourists who want to do something besides the normal traditional touristy things in the New England area. This is definitely a unique experience that you won't find anywhere else. This Living History Museum has two parts. The first part represents what it was like to live here as Native Americans. So behind me you have one of their homesteads, what their homes would have looked like. And inside, I believe we have actors who are recreating this experience for us. And the second part of this museum is what the English colony looks like, what it would have been like to live here as a pilgrim coming over from England. So let's head inside and say hello to our hosts.
only were they taking all the trees to make boats, but they're also making sure that cutting down those big trees in this area would give the English people more lookout spots so they could actually see native people, because they were writing that native people were too fast.
Honestly, that was kind of disappointing. I was expecting a lot more than what was actually inside that building we just saw. Hopefully the English village will be a little better at least. But finally, I can see it, the English village, the main reason why we are here. And behind me is the English village. If you can hear the drum beats, that is the sound of the colonists putting the young children here to work. Let's go see what's going on.
Scotland, Ireland, France, defender of the faith. God save King Charles! God save King Charles!
The English village is a recreation of the Pilgrim settlement that existed here in the 1600s. It offers immersive encounters from period-accurate buildings to costumed interpreters. Hi. And provides a fun educational experience about the challenges faced by those who shaped America's early history. I'm actually enjoying walking down this quintessential New England Main Street in the middle of fall. There's tons of references to the Mayflower, to Pilgrims, and lots of British references that I'm kind of surprised by. I wouldn't expect British tea shops to be in Plymouth, but they are. I guess it kind of makes sense, and it's kind of cool. Downtown Plymouth offers a vibrant and historic blend of colonial-era architecture and modern amenities, creating a convergence of past and present. Visitors can explore boutique shops, restaurants, and cultural attractions. And depending on how much you want to immerse yourself in Pilgrim culture, you can also visit the Pilgrim Hall Museum located right behind me. This is right across from the ocean and about a 5-minute walk from Plymouth Rock.